Welcome back, and let's get started immediately. So he says, "We're all going to be famous if we take down this the biggest money laundering operation, certainly in the USA at least, if not in the whole world." And at that point, I mean, obviously that sounds great to my friend and I, but we're just concerned for our lives still, because there's still 14 gunmen on the loose over there. And obviously, they don't know about us yet. But if they find out about us, they're going to start running over here with their guns and shooting us. And we're still waiting for the backup to arrive. But as soon as we're still at the point that we're still waiting, the backup arrives. About 10 or 11 cop cars start driving around down the street, and they go over to the house where they're moving the money. And just as they get there, the two trucks pull out of the driveway with about seven people between the two trucks, and about seven people are left stranded at the house where the money was in. And it turns out they had actually just by chance finished loading the money up into the trucks and they were about to take off. But they had to take off so fast because the cops were coming that they couldn't actually get everybody in the trucks. So those seven people ended up getting apprehended and arrested as well. But excuse me. But a decent amount of cop cars started following the money laundering trucks, the trucks that had the money down the street. So it was just a matter of time before other counties police officers started getting involved in this big case, and they were luckily able to blockade the road, and the truck drivers had nowhere to go. They had no choice but to surrender. But these guys didn't want to go to jail. They wanted to go out in a blaze of glory, apparently. So they got out of the car, the seven of them that were still not apprehended and were in the trucks. They got out of the car and started shooting at the officers. Obviously, they were completely outnumbered, so they completely failed. All seven of them died trying to protect this money. And once the officers recovered all this money, they realized that that first officer on the scene's suspicions were true. This was the money that was being used to be laundered 2 years ago. That they were so close to catching them, but they somehow completely disappeared. And this was that same money. And of course, they had gotten way more money now. And this was the biggest thing in the news for a while, and it was amazing to be part of it. Fictionally, of course, it was just a fictional story, but that's the end. Thank you.